Welcome back, everybody, to the 2031 NBA Finals. The Brooklyn Nets lead this series 2-1 over our Aztecs, but we are coming off our best performance here in this series to date as we took Game 3, 125 to 111 behind, 47 points from John Cobb and 10 stocks from Kylan Moore. And we have a couple of adjustments in mind to really turn things around and give us our best chance to tie the series up. I took some advice from my comment section coaching staff, and if we look at our numbers here in the NBA Finals, there is a clear indicator of a difference maker, or at least a couple difference makers. One, Cobb has the highest plus-minus per game, but then there's Mark Williams at second place with 2.7, and I think there's a pretty clear reason as to why. If we compare him to Kylan Moore, let's look at their rebound stats and attributes here. If we look at Mark Williams, he's got 96 offensive rebound and 91 defensive rebound, but Kylan Moore only has 77 offensive boarding and less than 90 defensive rebounding. So I do think that if we're going to really turn things around and prevent those offensive rebounds and get more of our own, I think Mark Williams is kind of the key to unlocking that potential. And I think that despite Moore playing great on defense in this series for the most part, especially last game, I think going with that double big lineup is really going to help us out. Now, I'm also going to be throwing Dylan Young into our starting five as well, because if we can bring Christie off our bench and give maybe a few more minutes to Cobb and keep on trusting him to lead the way offensively for us, that will pretty much move Bones to the reserves, and we can trim our lineup down to only 7 men, with Jarris Walker and Cam Christie coming off our bench, giving us 2 really high-level players coming off the bench. Young does have the lowest plus-minus of any player out there on our team in the series, but I still think that he is worth playing and that he is going to have a role regardless of if he's playing well or not. And I think he does play better, as some were talking about, when he is out there with our key stars. So our new lineup is going to look something like this. Cobb's going to get nearly a full game's worth of playing time. Dennis up to 38 minutes. Kylan Moore still will be just below 40 at 38 as well. But you'll see Mark Williams play center at 34 minutes per game. You'll see Christie and Walker come off our bench. Both guys get over 23, 24 minutes per game. And Dylan Young will play a lot. And I'm hoping that he can really shoot the ball better and take smarter shots. I think that we have seen him play better when he's out there for those smaller stints with Cobb and Moore, because he's kind of the 3rd or 4th option out there, which I think he plays his best in. And we'll see if this will help us out in winning our 2nd straight game, because we cannot rely on Cobb to put up 40 plus in every game. That was pretty much why we won this last one, and we cannot bank on that happening again. So gotta make more adjustments as we see fit, but I think this will definitely help. It might honestly give us better defense on Zach Webb as well. So I guess we'll find out as we go back to Brooklyn for Game 4, a chance to tie the series at 2 games apiece. So Brooklyn, after losing Game 3 by 14 points, their first loss in the series, how can they respond? If we win this game, then every road team will have won their games to the first 4. Here we go in Game 4 in the Barclays Center. And here we go, everybody. Game 4 tip-off is won by Sally. He's won every tip-off so far in the series, all 4 of them. Brooklyn once again starts with possession. Robert Dillingham, incredibly tough shot to open the game. Will that be a tone setter for the rest of this one? Here's Cobb with it off the screen, trying to respond, but it's no good. It's put back in right off the rim by Kylan Moore. He hasn't really had a big offensive game this series so far. I'm looking for him to really have a big one here, because then we can feel a lot better about our stars in this series. John Cobb knocks down a trifecta, and we have our first lead. He's been our go-to scorer here in every game so far this series. He's coming off his best game to date. Here's the step-back three from Dillingham. That one rims out, and Cobb pulls down the rebounds. Again, going to keep our eye on the boards, and hopefully Mark Williams will really help us out in getting those defensive rebounds and allowing less of the offensive ones. But Cobb has his shot blocked away, and Brooklyn takes over, trailing by 2. Dennis against Avdia. Good pass out to Cam Thomas, but his shot is too strong. Good cut by Young. Back out to Moore. Now it's David Dennis coming off the screen. A pick and roll. Pass deflected, but Moore scoops it up and throws it up and in. Webb sets the pick. Rolls. Pick and pop, but he can't knock it down. Zach Webb has really struggled from behind the arc all series long. Nets now scoreless the last 2 minutes as Dylan Young has his layup attempt blocked out of bounds by Harrison Sally. We've already seen plenty of that. Need to take some smarter shots here. 2 defenders right there. That was going to be tough either way. Screen from Moore. Cobb drives, kicks it back out. Good defense by Brooklyn here. Dennis finds room and knocks down the jumper from the mid-range. And we are up early on, 9-3. A little 9-0 run to answer Dillingham's tough shot. Good pass, but it's tipped away and out of bounds off of the fingertips of Cam Thomas. I believe that was Mark Williams right there to deflect that off of him. Another screen comes up. Cobb steps into a jumper. That one comes off the rim. Little pick and roll with Sally, deflected away by Cobb. He played that perfectly. It turns into a turnover, and we give it right back to Brooklyn off the failed alley-oop attempt. Webb fouled on the other end, the first on the Aztecs, first foul of the game here, with 8:25 to go in the first quarter. Zach Webb, fully healthy for this game, was fully healthy last game, but did not play well. Shot very poorly, but knocks down the free throws here. Catch and shoot three. Kylan Moore, a little bit too strong off the back iron. Sally's posting up. He's got Dennis on him. We're mismatched. Dillingham's wide open and takes full advantage. He's got 6. Dylan Young attacks the basket, but can't finish with the left hand. He's got an undersized defender right now with Cobb on the floor, being guarded by Cam Thomas, but just cannot take advantage that time. Here's Thomas. Great pass back to Avdia. He knocks it down, and Brooklyn jumps back in front. Little 8-0 run of their own. Mark Williams downhill. He's denied out of bounds. Harrison Sally. Mark Williams not really known for his off-the-dribble moves. And that time, he just got completely rejected. Now Kylan Moore looks to drive it, and he draws a quick foul against Zach Webb. His first. We have still failed to foul out any Nets players here in the series. Not that it's that common, but we've had our chances, as I've talked about, especially last episode. The free throws from Kylan Moore tie things up at 11. Now Dillingham penetrates and scores with the foul as well. The first on Dennis, and another three-point play for Robert Dillingham, his third three-point play of the contest already. Two-man game with our bigs here. Kylan Moore spins and throws it up and in. A little acrobatic shot right there for the big man. I think him against Webb was the better matchup for us on the offensive end and possibly defense too. Because Sally played well the first 2 games. had a bad game 3 because of Moore's defense, but Webb is just a different style of offensive player, and I think that Sally's not much of a shooter, so we can trust Williams to play good defense on him. Moore looks to isolate, drives, and absolutely posterizes Webb. Good night. Under half the quarter left to play now, and now he comes in with a block on Zach Webb. He's got him completely bottled up right now, playing well on both ends. Meanwhile, Cobb is yet to really get going here. He's like 1 for 5. Love to get him involved, but you gotta trust the star that's playing lights out. Moore off a double team. It's not gonna go this time. I want to pass out next time on those. Here's Thomas over the top. The help defense gets there, but Sally's on the offensive glass for the first time all game, and it's because Mark Williams was not down there. Dennis finds a lane and is able to draw the foul. The first on Sally. Garris Walker now on the floor as Kylan Moore takes a little bit of a breather. And now we're going to bring in Christie and Kylan Moore. And Garris Walker was out there for like 1 second. And now what happened there? Claxton just cuts to the rim. Mark Williams kind of fell asleep that time, and it's a free 2 points for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 3. Here's Dennis with it. High pick and roll from Moore. Rolling inside for the deuce. Couple of moves by Dillingham. Now he looks to drive it right by Dennis. Mark Williams with it against Claxton. Hands it off to Kylan Moore for a triple, but he can't knock it down. And right now they've got Abdul Kareem on Kylan Moore. That's got to be a matchup that we take advantage of on the offensive ends. That shot is blocked by Dennis. They get it back, and Turner cannot put the ball through the hoop. A 3 can tie it up here. Mark Williams driving and scoring. Okay. Dillingham steps back, working against Dennis again. Blows by him for the second straight possession. 13 points, 5 for 7. Gotta see more defense out of Dennis here. Off the screen, Dennis hands it off. Gets it back, fires offline. Abdul Kareem with the defensive rebounds. Now Turner rises and hits. And it's a 5-point lead for the Nets. This crowd is extremely loud. The decibels are turned up a notch as we turn the ball over. Dennis had it stripped away by Dillingham. Now he looks to go to work on Dennis once again. Inside, but this time it's too strong off the glass. Up ahead, Christie looks to slow things down. Cobb, a pump fake. Fires from the elbow and connects. Timeout, Brooklyn. Look at those total stats right there for Cobb. 475 points here in the playoffs. I've never seen them show those stats like that before. Webb gets the pass. He's open for a jumper and knocks it down a few feet from the charity stripe. Under 90 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Brooklyn's offense has been off to a relatively hot start. Can our team match them? Trail 23-28. Garris Walker, Christie both out there as Cobb drives and jams. Gotta get him going here. Turner steps into a jumper. That one rims out. And Garris Walker pulls in the rebound. Cobb, another good pump fake, drives, and nearly got the and one. That's already 2 on Webb here. Our current rotation is Cobb playing the entire first and fourth quarters, only getting 2 minutes of rest in each half. So he's going to be out there quite a bit. So expect high volume for him as always. The free throws are good. It's a 1-point game. Driving, handing off to Claxton, the assist to Julian Turner. Aztecs looking to find a shot here. Shot clock's under 5. Christie rises, but it just dances out. And we steal it right back on the other end as that pass was deflected and stolen by Jarris Walker. Cobb gets it back, fires a 3, but it's offline. That could have tied the game at 30. Instead, the Nets lead by 3 through 1. The second quarter is underway here. Dylan Young back out there, and he's able to draw the foul to open things up. That's now 2 on each of their starting bigs, on Sally and Zach Webb. Front end for Young is going to find its way through after a couple hops off the rim. And the back end will bounce out, unfortunately. We've cut it down to 2 now. Just got to keep chipping away here. And that is knocked away and stolen. Mark Williams with the strip and steal. Fast break. Walker wanted the poster, and Young has it blocked. Walker gets it back and is able to throw it down this time. What a sequence for both teams. But we eventually tie things up at 30. Here we go. Good caught by Turner. The bucket will go, plus the foul. The second time Dennis has allowed a 3-point play here. Right now they're kind of picking on him defensively. The free throw is good. Inside to Young. Great up and under finish. Webb cuts and throws it down. A big man alley-oop from Harrison Sally. Christie steps into a 3 and cashes in. And we're tied at 35. Dished out to Thomas. That one's no good, but Abdul Kareem throws it back in. What a play. That is a tough 3 for Dylan Young. Probably an ill-advised shot right there. Not really his game necessarily. Zach Webb missed on the other end. It's usually just a simple bunny. And instead, it's going to be a 5-point swing. David Dennis, the trifecta. The Nets call timeout, now trailing by a point. Here's Dillingham, downhill, up and under, around David Dennis. Still waiting for Dennis to get back to his defensive ways like he was in the first couple of rounds. Now he drives it and blows by Dillingham this time in response. Okay. We've shot 15 for 30. Nets currently 16 for 28. They've had a lot less second chance points, that's for sure. Thomas rises behind the arc. Won't go, but this time Sally does get the rebound. Good pass inside to Cobb. Working against Avdia. Tough buckets. Through the contact, we retake the lead. Sally catches and fires a triple. He's not really known for those, but he can definitely knock him down. And now it's Brooklyn back on top. Screen set for Cobb on the other side. His 3, not able to answer. Now Webb finds Thomas. He's blocked by Young. Up ahead, and Williams turns it over. Stripped by Sally. 3-on-2. Sally does it himself. The hoop and the harm. How many 3-point plays can these guys get? This would be their 3rd or 4th already here. With still a lot of time left in the first half. And they're back up by 5. Out to Cobb again. His triple won't go. He has not shot his 3-ball well all series long. There's Claxton inside with positioning. He's fouled by Williams. More free throws on the way for Brooklyn. Front end for Claxton. Dances off. The back end will go. Screen comes over. Cobb pulls the trigger. And that one is just in and out, man. When are the threes going to start to fall? Hopefully never for these guys. Rebound to Kylan Moore. Here's Cobb looking to drive it. He's swatted away by Claxton. Sally brings it up, has his takeover activated now. We got to play some defense here. We've already allowed nearly 50 points, still over 6 minutes left to play in the half. Triple for Sally. Just comes out. Kylan Moore looks to isolate, drives, and gets bear hugged by Sally. It's going to be his third. Can we perhaps pick up number 4 against him here in the first half? Kylan Moore has now scored his first point of the quarter after 12 back in the first. So good to have him back on the scoreboard. Let's keep that going. Screen from Sally. Turner fires a 3 and connects. Going on a couple of little moves here. Finds Christie. He takes the screen from Moore and is fouled inside by Dillingham. 3 on Brooklyn here in the quarter. 3 on Mexico City. Christie, usually trustworthy at the line, misses the front ends. 90+% in the playoffs and regular season, and has to go 1 for 2 here in this pair. Turner blows by Young, swatted out of bounds. Great defense out of Mark Williams here. Dillingham against Cam Christie right now with Dennis off the floor. Blows by him too. Man, we don't have an answer for him right now. Gonna have a repeat of game 1. Out to Moore. His 3 just misses. Just a lid on the rim right now from downtown for the Aztecs. Dillingham, good from behind the arc, and he gives them an 11-point cushion here with 20 first half points. He is playing lights out right now. Somebody give us some life. Dylan Young's open for 3 and responds. Screen from Sally. Dillingham blocked by Christie. Finally a stop on him. Cobb ends up with the ball, finds Mark Williams, nearly goes out of bounds. Here's Dylan Young, out to Kylan Moore. He won't try a 3 this time. Cobb comes back to the ball and can't connect, but Williams pulls it down. Moore wide open. This time it's good. It's back to 5. Little isolation here for Dillingham against Cam Christie. Tough shots. How does he do it, man? That's good defense. 9 for 14. Young throws up an awkward shot, but it's going to find the bottom of the net. Webb, catch and shoot 3 off the front iron. A bucket here could make it a 1-score game. We lob it up to Cobb for the left-handed tip-in. Dished out to Turner. Back out to Sally. Good defense that time by the Aztecs, but now Dillingham's open for a 3. That one misses. Young pulls down the rebounds. Here's a screen from Williams. Moore to tie it up. Off the back iron, no good. Sally brings it up, nearly turns it over. Webb can't finish at the rim. 2 defenders rose up to meet him at the crest of that shot. Cobb spots up, misses. More the offensive rebounds. Under 90 seconds left to go here in the opening half as Christie draws number 2 on Dillingham. Trying to convince the ref to overturn the call, but they never do. Front end for Christie. Up and good this time. And the back end will cut their lead back to 1. Good pass. No, it was a bad pass, but it still got through to Turner. Good hands by Cam Christie right there. Now Dillingham looks to work on Dennis. Been toying with him all game long. Has to shoot. And this time left it short. That was once again good defense. Finally led to a stop that time. Walker cuts, but can't finish. And that would have been another lead for the Aztecs. Webb's open for three, but it just comes out. Unlucky for the Nets that time. Webb just 2 for 9 from the field. His jump shot is still a little bit off the mark. Dennis through traffic. 1 point lead now for Mexico City. What a strong run to close the first half. There's a 3-second shot clock differential here. Dillingham drives. The reverse layup will go, and they call a cheap foul on David Dennis. His third, another and one opportunity for Robert Dillingham. This guy is absolutely killing us right now. They trail once again. We'll have the final shot here in the half. Inside to Kylan Moore over Sally. Too strong off the window. And we go to halftime down 61-59. The second half is underway. Once again, we trail at the break, but it is a very tight contest here in Brooklyn. And still kind of a must-win game for us here. So looking for some better defense this second half. Dennis's three just misses. Man, how many times have we seen the ball go in and out for us this game from downtown? He's got to start dropping eventually. Here's a fast break opportunity. Cobb to the corner. Dylan Young's jumper is good. And away jump in front. Young's got 11. Little backdoor cut for Thomas, but Young gets there and blocks the shot. Kylan Moore finds Dennis at the rim. He's blocked by Sally. Not a smart shot. Avdia blocked on the other end, out of bounds. Walker and play. Larson off our bench, flexing for the blueprint right there. What a play. Here's Thomas for three. That one is offline. It's not really been his day. He's been pretty quiet here. 1 for 7 from the field. Only has 2 points and 2 assists. He's been kind of locked up by Dylan Young so far. Been blocked a couple of times. Dennis back out. Moore's open for a three, but can't cash it in. Sally the screen for Webb. Rolling inside and throwing it down. Cobb, baseline drive, getting by Avdia. The and one will drop. The Aztecs once again retake the lead. I mean, I gotta see the stat for the amount of lead changes and ties so far in this game. It's gotta be a lot, especially as of the last couple of quarters. Very back and forth affair. Now we lead by 2 as that shot's blocked away by Cobb. Dennis on the other end. Lays it in for 2. It hits the deck. Dillingham makes a move and absolutely cocks it back. Dennis kind of got frozen there. Young, good pump fake, spins around Thomas, but the shot's not going to go. The move worked, but he was kind of too slow to react and take advantage of it. Now a 2 could tie, a 3 could take the lead for Brooklyn. Here's Dillingham. Now trying to put some sauce on Cobb. He blows by him. Nobody can stay in front of this guy. Mark Williams the screen. Cobb keeps it, has his shot deflected away by Sally again. Dillingham wide open. Luckily, can't knock it down. Dennis fires the mid-ranger off the assist from Cobb. Dillingham penetrates up and under, and he hands it off to Claxton for the easy deuce. There we go for the game summary. 13 lead changes, 5 ties. It's only going to go up from here. Cobb downhill, and defenders come over to help. Offensive rebound to Mark Williams. Shot clock does not reset. Moore below the rim. Back out. Cobb has to shoot. And he got it! Wax in the screen. Tough shot. And Webb knocks it in. Oh, Dennis. He finds some space but can't cash in. The putback won't go for Mark Williams. Unlucky right there. Backdoor to Dillingham off the window. When he gets close to the rim, he is unstoppable. The Nets jump back in front. Dennis gets the handoff, attacks the basket, blocked by Avdia. Out of bounds, 4.8 on the shot clock. Paint defense once again strong right now for Brooklyn. Shot clock counting down. Got to do something with it. Kylan Moore no good, but Williams pulls it down and throws it in. He's been a huge difference maker in this game, but we also lose a little bit of the athleticism from Jarris Walker not playing as much, I think, and maybe Dylan Young was the wrong guy to play in place of Christie out there. But who really knows? It's been a really close game. Let's see how it really shakes out. So I think Young has played pretty well on defense. Offensively, he's been okay. So I'm not really like upset by his play at all. But Christie's open. You gotta knock it down though, man. We've had so many good looks. Neither team has shot very well from three at all. They have both been like 30% from the fields. Turner through traffic, man. What a finish. Moore gets the feed, attacks the rim, and is fouled by Abdul Kareem. Gonna take the advantage when he's out there at the floor. Moore's been kind of held in check since the first quarter. Mostly getting those free throw points since then. But so far he has yet to miss. Dillingham blows by Dennis again. He's fouled by Dennis. That's number 4. It's a foul trouble for our point guard now. Dillingham continues to pour it on. These free throws give him 33 points. Screen comes over for Christie. And the pass is deflected, but Williams tracks it down and throws it in. Dillingham has a lane, and Dennis is called for a foul that looked like a block. And that's 5 on David Dennis. How do we handle this now? He hasn't really played that well, honestly, but we have a 7-man rotation. This might end up forcing Bones to either come in later if he fouls out or Cam Christie to play a much larger role in the fourth quarter. 2-point lead for Brooklyn. We have a lot to think about. Cobb with the jumper, a foot inside the arc. We're tied again. Out to Webb. He thought twice about the 3. Now Turner cuts. Young right there, but he can't stop him. Dished out, open 3. Dylan Young cashes it in. And we jump in front despite shooting like 8% worse than Brooklyn here in Game 4. They have shot over 50%. We have shot at about 44, 45. And we still cannot stop Dillingham. We have no answer. He might drop 50 here. A little 2-3 zone now from Brooklyn. Young, same spot, same results. I take back what I said about Dylan Young. He's playing well. Turner off the window, no good. Offensive rebound, and the second chance 3. We have not allowed many of those, but when you do, it hurts all the same. Now another play for Dylan Young. And he can't hit 3 in a row. Dillingham brings it up and is gonna get the block of the book. It's gonna count. Christie may have been inside the restricted circle, or the arc. And the free throw from Dillingham gives the Nets a 4-point lead. Dennis is already back out there with those 5 fouls. If they foul us out with 6, and we failed to do so against them in the first couple of games, I'm going to be sick. Darius Walker has been very quiet here off our bench offensively. And now he gives up an easy bucket to Abdul Kareem. Dennis catches and fires, but that one rattles out. And a strong third quarter finish here by Brooklyn. It's not looking great for us with the fourth quarter on the horizon. Could really use a stop. That three's no good from Turner. Now he could really use a bucket. Cobb blows by Dillingham, gets open, but too strong off the window and off the mark. You gotta hit a shot like that, that's wide open. Now we've got Walker against Dillingham, and he is gonna get called for the foul. Brooklyn and now in the bonus for the last 23.6 of the third quarter. And Dillingham has eclipsed 40 points. Shooting 15 for 24, drawing plenty of fouls. Yeah, what can we do now, man? 8-point lead for the Nets. The fourth quarter has to be ours, but we have not outscored them in the fourth quarter in this series. So we just gotta hope for the best, I guess. I haven't seen much from Cobb this half. He does find Dennis wide open for a three. And that's a big shot to close the quarter. Thomas from beyond half courts just misses. It's 94-89. Brooklyn holding on by a thread. The fourth quarter is underway. Aztecs trailing by 5 points. Can we get off to a hot start here and make it really interesting down the stretch? Perhaps not. Turner a three. He has always been great off their bench. Hand off to Christie. Now he's guarded by Sally. Cobb against Avdia. Steps back, creates some space, and connects. Inside to Avdia. Cobb got turned around. We cannot allow easy plays like that to beat us, man. We have not played good defense hardly at all this game. Had a couple of blocks, sure, and a couple of steals, but that's not going to be enough. You got to get stops without those stats. Here's Dylan Young against Thomas. Take advantage, man. You're a much better athlete. Come on. Sally's calling for it. Backing down Young. Blocked. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Brooklyn. Gotta find something here. Abdul Kareem can't cash in. I don't think he's even scored this game so far. He's been incredibly quiet this game for once. After hitting some big threes in all 3 of the first 3 games. Good play drawn up for Cam Christie. But we need consistent stops and consistent offense. Denny Avdia is wide open. How did that happen? Luckily, he can't take advantage. Got a mismatch somewhere. Cobb inside over Sally. It won't go, but Williams scoops it up. Third chance, no second chance, 3 rather. Blocked away by Denny Avdia. How many blocks have they had this game, man? It's been a lot. Here's Turner. Pass out of bounds off of Mark Williams. Now we have the original starting 5 from games 1 through 3 out on the courts. And Webb knocks down the mid-range jump shots. If he starts to hit, we are going to lose this game. 8-point lead for Brooklyn. We need some life. Dennis is wide open. Throws up a lob, but Christie can't finish. We missed 2 alley-oops this game. Wide open 3. Luckily, Thomas can't connect. He has been terrible tonight. Had a couple of stops on defense, but cannot buy a bucket. But neither can we as a team, apparently. Only 4 points so far here in the quarter. And Cobb turns it over. Turner will do it himself. The bucket will go, and the foul is called on Walker. This is not what I thought we were going to see this game, man. So many and one chances. So many fouls called against the Aztecs. And the offense has gone cold at several points in this game. Cobb with the quick deuce on the other end. But we got to get more than just 25 points out of him. We need some more from Kyle Moore, who again has been pretty quiet since the firsts. Webb, no good. Good stand right there down low by Walker. And a quick bucket on the other end for the Blueprints. Abdul Kareem sets the pick. Turner contested, no good. We just got to make one run. That's all it takes to come out on top. But Jarris Walker has had a forgetful day on the offensive ends. They've taken a couple of bad shots down low against a couple of double teams. Got to do better down the stretch. Webb fouled on the shot. More free throws on the way for Brooklyn. The front end is good. Webb to push their lead to 9. It'll go. Walker out to Cobb. Thought twice about the step back 3. Now it's left in the hands of Cam Christie. He finds Moore. Easy dunk. Up ahead, and Sally with the quick deuce. How did that pass even get through? We just, I'll say it again. We have played bad defense the entire game. And we step out of bounds. Come on, guys. We have turned the ball over way too many times. That one is just on Mark Williams. He just steps out without even a second thought. And we have our starting 5 back out there, but we trail by 9 over half the quarter left to play, but we are running out of time here. Here's Thomas missing that shot. Dennis all the way on the other end. Dillingham drives and draws the number 6th foul on Dennis. His day is done. Of course, they foul us out, but we couldn't do it against them, which could have been a big difference maker in games 1 and 2. Come on, man. And they also fouled out Cobb in game 2 as well, I think, so they've done it twice now. The free throws are good. Still no answer for Dillingham. And now Bones Highland out there in crunch time. This can only go poorly, I think. He's not supposed to be out there in this game, but he is. Has to make some good plays. Can the offense find a bucket here? Cobb blocked by Avdia, his 3rd of the night. This is not looking good. Dillingham blows by Christie, but this time there is some help defense waiting for him. Cobb drives and draws number 5 on Sally, but guess what? He'll probably have 5 the rest of the evening. We're not going to foul him out. And if we do, in comes Claxton, who's a great interior defender as well. So don't really lose a whole lot if you're Brooklyn. Cobb's free throws are good. It's back to 7. Dillingham looks to drive again. Anytime he gets downhill, he scores. He's got 46. Dumped inside to Cobb. He's going to fade away. And that one is off. Dillingham fouls. I mean, this is insane. This is more of a free throw merchant than Cobb was last episode, man. This is absolutely unreal. It's either a bucket or a foul, or both. Hardly ever just a simple miss for Dillingham. 11-point lead for Brooklyn. Our backs are against the wall, on the verge of trailing 3-1. Christie tries a deep shot and connects on it. Somebody better be waiting inside the paint. Dillingham misses the pull-up jump shots. We pretty much got to play perfect the rest of this game to win. We got to hit almost every shot. We got to get some stops, play some good defense, force turnovers. Christie not able to hit 2 in a row. The threes have just not been there for us. That shot goes for Thomas. How many tough shots have these guys hit? This is killing me. It's a 41-41 team. Absolutely unreal. Christie fires a pass down low to the Blueprints. He's got 25, under 3 to play now. We trail by 8 still. Webb throws it up and out. We'll take some quick shots like that from them. Moore is fouled on the other end. We cannot afford to miss any free throws. The front end drops in. Moore has that takeover activated. And he hits both with ease. Sally comes over, sets the screen. Webb back to him. Sally's open for a triple and drops it in. Isolation for Cobb. Help is gonna get there, but Sally is finally fouled out, but it's gonna be too late for us. It's too late. 2:06 down by 9. We could have used that a whole lot earlier. The first free throw was good, so Claxton comes in to play the 5. And he's pretty much the same player as Sally, just can't knock down those threes. Although I guess he can occasionally. Thomas drives, bucket and foul. Unreal. How many three-point plays they have had this game. Absolutely unreal. Just no defense from the Aztecs, man. It's killing me. What happened to us? We're usually, at least okay, and now we're just going to turn the ball over. I'm sick. This game is over. And time is going to run out for the Aztecs. The Brooklyn Nets extend their finals lead to 3-1. 115-129. We won by 14 points last game. They answer in game 4 with one of their own. And now our backs are against the wall. Every game from here on out is an elimination game for Mexico City. I can't believe it has come to this. Once again, like games 1 and 2, we just cannot play good fourth quarter basketball. Through 4 games, we have yet to outscore them in the final quarter of play, and that is why we trail 3-1. Dillingham puts up 52 points, 17 for 28 from the field, 15 for 15 at the free throw line. An even better performance than we had in Game 3 from John Cobb, in Game 3 from John Cobb. We fouled Sally out, but that did not have any impact on the game. Webb and Thomas shot poorly, but made a couple of shots down the stretch to really pull away. This was kind of a repeat performance of Game 2, just with Dillingham having a way better performance. Cobb once again leads the way in scoring, but he did not shoot the ball very well. 11 for 29 is not going to get things done. And he has yet to have a good shooting day from downtown in this series. He shot 2 for 11 here in this one. Last game, he was 4 for 13. Before that, 3 for 9. And then back in game 1, 0 for 5. This has not been himself on those threes. Kylan Moore, 1 for 7 from downtown. He puts up, I think, his best offensive game of the series here. But losing Dennis was definitely costly on offense. The 6 fouls. I thought Young played a pretty solid game, played good defense as well. But, you know, Mark Williams did prevent a lot of offense rebounds, had 5 of his own. I think that was still helping us out, but I think we kind of lost something with Jarris Walker not playing as much, and I'm not sure why he played only 18 minutes. He should have been out there for longer, but he only shot 1 for 5. Only 1 for 5, was not getting stops, and the Nets shoot 53% to our 45 on the way to their win. They only missed 1 free throw. They controlled the paints here in this one. They had way better bench play. We only had 13 points from Christie and Walker combined. And despite us having more offensive rebounds, they had more defensive rebounds and ended up with 1 more board than we did in total. We had 2 more turnovers, 2 less blocks, and 4 more fouls. And we never held on to a lead for more than a couple of minutes, while they led for most of that game. And now we have to probably make some more adjustments to figure this out, because we have to win every game the rest of the way to come out on top. We have to do what only one team has ever done before in the NBA Finals, and that is come back from a 1-3 deficit. The only team to do so was, of course, the 2016 Cavaliers with LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love against the, the 73-9 Warriors. These guys are 41-41, but they're not playing like it at all. So we got to figure it out, man. This is tough. This is the most challenges, the most adversity that we have faced in a long time in this series. But it was a long time coming, and now it's here in the most important series of any season. And we'll see if we can right the ship and figure this out next time. But I'm going to leave you guys here. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave your feedback down below on your ideas for an adjusted rotation and some new looks offensively, and we'll go from there. Thanks guys for watching, and please like, as I said, and I'll see you guys in Game 5, a must-win game, as the rest of these games are. Take care. Have a great day.